Okie dokies. We now have a battle on our hands. Now there are two options for this battle. Auto-resolve and real-time. Auto-resolve essentially does this weird calculation that sometimes it favors you and sometimes it doesn't when it really should. Like, depending on the unit's power level, it will have a certain duration in the battle, and if it fails, then... And if all of the units are destroyed in a strike force, then that means you win. So it's one or the other. There's no way that both can be alive. One of them has to die. So we're just going to click auto-resolve for the sake of it. I pray it's not a mistake.
Tactical AI engaged.
So you can tell that these unit numbers are going down. So far I'm looking good. I'm about to lose one though, I can tell. Almost. I guess not.
Tactical AI
Wow.
victorious.
That was pretty good. Let's move back to the map. Turn 5. So we managed to survive. Strangely, I might add. So, I think now that all of my bases are tier 3, we're going to go ahead and finish up their upgrading here. And let's see, how's this one doing? Ooh, we still need to do both of those. So we're going to get on that right away. And this guy needs his power upgrade. Okay. Well. So, what are those beacons shining for? What are they shining for? I guess those are nod bases. Okay, so now we need to go down here to our African base and finish up its upgrading.
Base power supplies.
And now we need to, since we have a lot of excess money, we're going to build some strategic structures. We're going to build an ion cannon control center for this particular base because of its placement. We're going to go over to this base, and we're going to build a reclamation hub. Or reclamator hub. I apologize. We're going to go... Which one do I want to do next? I can only do one more. Well, that one's upgrading its base power. So this one, we are going to build... Well, my other one's already next to a port, so I don't really see the need for that. However, I feel like we need another one of these, because only these types of bases can construct Marvs, and those are actually very vital in my strategy. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Okay. So now you'll see we have an extra little tab over here to the side. Note that these are our special abilities. Orca Strike damages an enemy strike force. Refugee Aid reduces unrest in a target city. Now, these cities here, you can tell, are varying colors. Blue means the city is at peace. Yellow means the city is in unrest. Orange means in more unrest. And if I can find an example of one here. Okay, well, after that, there are red cities, which means they are in total unrest and a state of panic. And that plays into Nod's secondary objective. So, GDI has a secondary... there are two objectives for each team to win. One is they destroy all of the other enemy bases. That applies to all of the teams. But each one also has a secondary objective. In GDI's secondary objective, you have to acquire 33% of the land, total land in the world under your area of influence, which is this circle here. And depending on how high of tier your base is, there is a larger area of influence. For Nod, raise 24 cities to full unrest. As you can see, they currently have 0, but that's about to change here pretty soon. And so that's where the whole cities and unrest plays in. And Scrin Victory requires them to construct what are called threshold towers, which are a type of strategic structure like my Reclamator hub and my ion cannon control center. You can construct them at tier 3 bases, and if they get 9 of those, for example, they can build 2 of them here, and if they get 9 of those, they win. So we definitely do not want that to happen. So, since I have a ton of money right now, and I mean ton, I'm going to go ahead and build a strategic structure here. And let's see. That's not really that helpful because I know where all the stealth bases are. That is partially helpful, but not as much as I would like. That might be very helpful, this commando strike, which prevents one enemy from receiving or executing already given orders until the beginning of the next phase. So if I know that there's a strike force that's going to attack me and I don't want it to, I can initiate this command, select the unit, and it will not execute its attack on that turn. However, I'm going to build another one of these. You have no idea how useful they are. So, that is built. Let's continue. Now, let's see. Since that's built, and we have that built, I think... I really like taking over Australia because it's kind of secluded. There's only one port city. And one of the things about port cities is you can, if your unit is close enough to them, because all of your strike forces also have small areas of influence, and if they happen to have a port city in their area of influence, then they can go to another port city as part of that turn. So, right now I'm going to build a strike force, and this is where the fun begins.
Strike force.
We have all these neat little strike forces, some of which I've made myself, like this Delta strike force. And what these neat little things are is since they contain a certain number of units, you can battle with them. So if you meet up with a base and you decide to attack it, then you can destroy it using these given units. And because there's also an MCV, which is the base unit, which is the starting unit for your base, you can actually construct a base and do an all-out battle skirmish against the other team. So, let us build. I'm trying to decide which one because I like big strike forces. They're very useful. Marv base tier 3. Actually, that sounds very appealing. Mammoth tanks, by the way, are the step down from the Marv. They are still very powerful, especially if you get one to hero rank, but I'll talk about that later. So I'm going to purchase it, and now you're going to notice that I can only position it in the base area that I've purchased it in. So, since the non-base is up here, we're going to set it right there. Let's make him mad. So, since that spent pretty much all of my money, we're going to go to the next phase.
Rift generator detected.
Rift generator. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay. I'm pretty sure that was, yeah. So what rift generators are, it's the Skrin super weapon. It's the analog to my ion cannon. And so you'll notice my strike force does in fact have an area of influence. So, I'm going to send this guy right here. We're going to have a blast with that one. That'll be the first real-time battle that I'll do for you. Let's see. At this point, I think I've done enough to really account for 2 episodes. So, after that real-time battle, I'll probably get off at this point. And finish it up another time. So we have 16,000 credits. What do we want to do? What should we do? I'm thinking, let's see. What am I thinking? I'm thinking something. I know I am. So we already know that one's going to attack. So let's build another one and place it right next to that port city. Armored Cav Regiment. Ooh. Sounds really neat. I can't build a Marv though, so I think I'm gonna go with that. It's one of their more extensive yet very balanced strike forces. I'm gonna place it right there. Let's go. Oh, they placed another one down. They placed the strike force down right on top of mine. It's a very common tactic. Oh, really? Really? Look at that. How does it take out 3 of my mammoth tanks? We're gonna be doing this one in the dark. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, we're in for a struggle, everyone. Get ready. We're going real time.